Hello everybody, this is AK. I'm back. So in a recent video about DBS, specifically about their online service disruptions, I speculated on what kind of punishment MAS would slap on the bank, and I thought that it could be imposing another additional capital requirement, right, like what it did earlier in the year. Right, back then MAS had an incremental 0.3 percentage point impact on DBS CET1 ratio, reducing it from 14.4% to 14.1% when it imposed additional capital requirements on DBS after their online banking services were disrupted. So this time round, it's a pleasant surprise, to be honest. MAS announced that it has barred DBS from any acquisitions of new business ventures and from undertaking non-essential IT changes for 6 months. DBS will also not be allowed to reduce the size of its Singapore branch and ATM networks for now, to ensure there are adequate alternative channels for its customers in the event of further disruptions, while the bank works to improve the resilience of its digital platforms. So I think that is good news all around. It is good news for everybody. It's good news for consumers. It's good news for DBS because they are not seeing more of their money being tied up, and it's good news for investors in DBS. So I think it's good news for everybody, right? And how much is this going to cost DBS? Because obviously trying to improve a system is not going to be free. It's going to come with some cost. So DBS CEO Piyush Gupta said that the bank will set aside a special budget of 80 million Singapore dollars to enhance their IT system resiliency. Right, $80 million. So of course this is not a lot of money, right, relatively speaking. I mean, it's a lot of money to people like me, but it's not a lot of money to DBS. And the entire process of making structural improvement will be completed in 12 to 24 months. So this is not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time, right, strengthening system resilience and tightening processes around change management. That's what they say. Right, so it looks like the excess capital of $3 billion that DBS has been holding is not going to get locked up, or at least not even part of it will get locked up. So it's not going to get locked up at all. And I talk about how there was a possibility of a special dividend, and this seems to be back on the table. So it's good news for us investors in DBS. And well, let's hope DBS does a better job. And I mean, MAS seem to be quite lenient this time. I don't know whether it will be lenient again if more disruptions were to happen. Right? So crossing fingers, if AK can talk to himself, so can you. Bye-bye.